Hello everyone and welcome to Draw My Life by LizFish1. So it all began on February 27th, 1987. I was born to Martin Fisher and my mum Grace. They had gotten married 7 years previously in Vancouver, which is where my mum is from, and my dad is from North London. I'm very proud of the fact that she's from Vancouver because I love it there, and that's where I met my good friend Emily Clark late last year. My God, my drawings are so bad. There's a Canadian flag, if you couldn't tell. And when little Lizzie was just, I think I was like, must have been earlier than 18 months, when my first holiday to Disneyland in the USA with just my mum and my dad. And we met in California with my auntie. And whilst we were walking around the park, I actually ate the entire felt tail of a Mickey Mouse stuffed animal. And when I was 18 months old, my little family became a family of 4. My brother Jonathan was born on the 15th of September 1988, and he was a little brat. No, he's actually really quite cute. He had little blonde hair. And it's hard to think of how tiny he was then, because actually now he's ginormous. And then here's my mummy. I've drawn her with a briefcase because shortly after my brother was like 1.5, I think when I was 3, I decided that I wanted to go to school and she was going to go back to work. And she was actually quite upset leaving me at school, but I was like, no, Mum, I wanted to go play with all the other kids. And I think I went to school for like 1 week in the mornings because I was so young. And I'd asked my mum really nicely, probably not very nicely actually, if I could stay the whole day. And that was because I wanted to eat the school dinners. I remember having stuff like, so bad for you, but like spam fritters, smiley faces, cake, chocolate pudding, rice pudding. And I just wanted to play with all the kids all day long. And all the other kids would cry when they left their mummies, but I was like, go away, Mum. I just loved it. Loved swimming, having your milk at break and stuff like that. Loved school. And also at the age of 3, my mum sent me to stage school. That's me there with my little top knot and wearing my tutu. She knew when I was young, obviously, because my dad's super tall, that I was going to be tall, and she didn't want me to be like gangly, and she wanted to hold myself nicely. So she sent me to stage school. And I also had pigeon-toed at the time, which is so ugly. So she sent me to dance class, and there I learned how to do ballet, tap, modern, jazz. Also did contemporary when I went to college when I was older. But it's really good. Helped me with my rhythm, helped me to walk graciously and just hold myself nicely. I never wanted to be, and she never wanted me to be one of those tall girls who was like stooped over and not proud of my height. So that's why she sent me, and I went till I was 18. Now this is me again. I'm in a top knot. I got a big cheesy smile. But I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about my school years. I absolutely love school. I love doing all sorts of things. Like, I never felt awkward there or didn't make friends. I was always super happy to go to school. I never had days off. Was rarely ever sick. And I loved to do loads of sports. We did tennis, swimming. I love swimming actually. I'm a Pisces, so I love being in the water. Dancing. I did cartwheels because my mum was like, I literally used to cartwheel. I was obsessed. I did gymnastics. Me and my brother used to go to the YMCA in the summers and do summer camps. But actual school lessons, I remember my teachers always saying that I would do I was very chilled out, so easygoing. I would just do what was necessary. I would never really push myself super hard. At the age of 7, the Fisher family moved to another new house, and we lived on this big long road which had a tennis club at the end of it. And my dad loves tennis, and so did my brother. My dad eventually became tennis captain, club captain, and used to play hit ball racket from the age of 3. And then he actually became quite good at tennis and played for the county. And that's my little cat. It was our first pet, and he was a beautiful little tabby cat, and his name was Tiger, and me and my brother used to sit on him and pull his hair out. And oh my god, don't look at the geographically incorrect globe I've drawn here, but when we were younger, Dad has his own travel agency. We're actually really fortunate, and you don't think about it at the time when you're a kid about money or stress of travelling. We got to go so many places because of my dad's business. We used to go to loads of places, like within Europe. Every February half term, we used to go skiing. We used to go ski school for a week in Courchevel with another one of our families. Another family friends. We went to the USA, Boston, New York, Cape Cod. We did Disneyland, Florida. We also obviously went to Vancouver in Canada. And I went to Aqua Adventures one summer, and went to camp in Vancouver. We used to go to Portugal. So we were very lucky. Then fast forward to senior school, so the rest is boring. I liked senior school. I never got bullied or anything like that. I did get teased for being tall, but like I used to be called lanky, but I think everybody got teased for something or other. It was never vicious or horrible. Never really upset me that much. But I loved school. I loved the performing arts, so I loved doing drama. I was actually quite good at art, but you could not tell by my drawings now. I think I've lost it. I love drawing stuff, just being creative and colourful. I also love sports. I think I just used to love to do anything that would get me out of actual lessons. I'd do cross-country rounders, used to do athletics. I was a prefect. I'd be on the prom committee. But the one lesson I had was science. I just had a mind block about it. I actually can't believe that I ended up getting a double B in science for GCSE. It's crazy. And there's me trying to draw my hate for science. That apparently is a test tube. No, not very good. As I said, I love school. I had quite a few friends, both boys and girls, who always got on really well. People who used to always come around and like knock for me, like to ask me to come out after school. And I was never really that interested in hanging out just outside. It was boring. So I was quite involved with dancing. We used to perform a lot and do shows. And I actually performed one time at Her Majesty's Theatre in London, which was pretty cool, doing competitions. And then at 16, you do a qualification which is called your GCSEs, which enables you to get into college and university. And I actually did quite well, and I managed to get into college. And at college, I did there's two different sides to my personality. There's the sort of numerical and analytical side, which is why I did maths and English, and then my performing arts creative side, which is why I've done theatre studies and dance. I love doing dance, it was really good. Love contemporary. Whilst I was at college, I also got my first boyfriend. And I ended up at 17 moving into his flat with him. He was older than me. I was 17, he was 24, he was working. So we ended up moving. I moved into his flat and I learned how to drive. Like I got my own, my mum and dad bought me my own car, which was like a little beat up Ford KA. It was actually really cool. Had aircon for crying out loud and a CD player. It was freaking awesome. So I was quite independent, and I loved like that time of my life, like 15, 16, 17. Me and my best friend Maz, I met her when I was 9. We used to go to drama club and school together. We were inseparable, and like 3 summers, I think, continuously in a row. We used to go to this caravan site in Nice in the south of France, and literally for 3 weeks, I'd drawn her quite short there because I'm 6 foot and she's like 5 foot. And we used to just drink, sunbathe, and sleep. It was awesome. We had such a good time. And then I came to the end of college. I got my A-levels and I was like, right, I want to go to London College of Fashion and I want to do makeup for the performing arts. I thought that'd be a great way to like marry my love for the performing arts and my arty side. And it was a BSc, and my tutor was like, nah, you ain't going to get in. You haven't done science, you haven't done art since you left school, you haven't got a portfolio. In your hobbies, you haven't shown how you'd be committed to the course, so you won't get in, basically. So I thought, Christ, what am I actually going to do? And so I thought, well, beauty was quite related to makeup. So I ended up going to Kingston College and doing a BTEC in beauty therapy and applied science, and I actually really liked it. And then me and the boy broke up. He was a poo to me, and so we broke up, and I was single for literally a second. It was not my plan. I wanted to be single and young and carefree, but towards the end of our relationship, I went on a double date with my best friend Maz and Matt. Matt actually I knew from the gym and knew sort of through my brother, and he needed a date for a dinner dance, so I hooked him up with my best friend, and it was so cringe that I ended up just talking at the speed which I am now, just to make it less awkward, and we actually got on really well, and just like in a friendly way. I just thought he was an awesome dude, but obviously I fell in love with him eventually. And then whilst I was at college, like my brother went to college in at boarding school, and I really missed my bro. Just like the brotherly sisterly relationship, I just missed him. Like he's like a top boy, and so he went. Oh, I was super proud of him though. Like he went to boarding school all on his own. He like really grew up there. He did really well in his A levels, and he it was like a specialist sort of like rugby college, and he did really well playing rugby, and like good times were like me and my mum and dad just like trekking down there in the car and watched him play rugby at school. It was awesome. Super proud of him. And then this is me when I was 18. Look at my long jaw. I actually had maxillofacial surgery, which is where you have a series of orthodontics and then you have your jaw realigned, so that cosmetically you look better. And so this is a picture symbolising that time in my life. So I got that big Bruce Forsyth chopped off, and I actually do have a video on it separately if you're interested. So when I was 18, was I 18? No, I was 20 actually. I went to university, and I did go to LCF in the end, which is London College of Fashion, as part of University Arts, and I got a BSc in beauty therapy and health studies. I actually got a 2-1. I probably should have actually done cosmetic science, but I didn't. I wanted to be more practical. And this here is a symbolic image of the love for my family. I love my family. We're such a tight-knit Fisher group. I'm super lucky that we get on as well as we do. So my family obviously includes Matt. He's going to be part of my new family. My mum, my dad, and my brother. For my bro, I just drew a little shamrock, and that's because he plays for London Irish Rugby Club, and that's their little symbol. For my dad, I'm just drawing an aeroplane. I'm super proud of my dad and the fact that he has his own travel agency, he has his own business, even though sometimes he does get a little bit too stressed about the business. But I'm proud of him for doing that. And this is my mum. She's such an inspiration for me because she managed to like hold down good jobs and climb the career ladder. She also like does stuff like she bakes amazingly. Check out her Instagram, it's LizFish1. And she also went back to university and did a full-time course whilst working. And she actually has a degree, a BA in IT, e-communications. And then this is my little picture for Matty. I drew a little heart, and also the fact that he's a physio. He was really involved with the Paralympics, London 2012, and I'm super proud of him for doing that. And his CrossFit. And then this is me. Obviously I'm more grown up. I've got long hair. My lips are red, and I'm wearing eyelashes. And I draw myself holding my handbag in the crook of my arm, which is quite cute. So after university, I'm on like a road. It's my journey. Quite cringe. I was a working girl. I, from university, worked in a buying office for historic royal palaces, which look after Hampton Court, Tower of London. And now I do a sort of similar role in a department store. And I'm just actually about to start a new job in a merchandising assistant. And this is my little last sketch for my future, what I hope to achieve. I draw the H, which is a symbol for a hospital, but actually it's just health, because without that you don't have anything. So I plan to stay happy and healthy. Got wedding bells, because me and Matty are getting married in September. The globe, because we want to travel. The book sort of symbolises my career, and I really want to try and work on that. And build that up before I have a break to have a family. And then the last picture actually looks like an iMac, which I don't have, but I would love to have in the future. And I just drew on their YouTube and blogger, and can't wait to have a family and get a cat, because I miss having a pet in the house. And get a nice big house for Matt. We can lots of kids and stuff like that, and lots of animals. He wants a husky, I think. And also continue to do CrossFit. That's a big part of mine and Matt's life. And one day he hopes to have his own CrossFit box, which would just be amazing. So thank you guys so much for watching. You can also find me, obviously, on Twitter, Facebook, and as I mentioned earlier, I do have my own... Whoa, I don't know why I stopped there. I do have my own blog, which is my grown-up name, Elizabeth Meal. So you can also find me there. I'll put all the links down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Leave it below as to what you would like my next to be. I'll see you then, guys. Bye.